I'm doing everything right. I eat clean, I exercise, I take my meds. So why is my blood sugar still high in the morning? If you've ever asked yourself that question, you are not alone. Thousands of people with diabetes follow strict routines during the day, and yet every morning they wake up to frightening numbers: 160, 180, even over 200. Here's the truth no one is talking about. While you're asleep, your liver is silently dumping sugar into your bloodstream, even if you haven't eaten carbs, even if your dinner was healthy. This process is called the dawn phenomenon, and it's one of the biggest reasons your fasting blood sugar remains high, even when you think you're doing everything right. But what if I told you there's a quiet way to stop it? Not a new drug, not a complicated supplement, just a small drink taken before bed that supports your insulin, calms your liver, and keeps your blood sugar stable all night long. In this video, I'll show you 3 science-backed nighttime drinks that help you calm stress hormones, reduce liver glucose release, improve fasting numbers by morning. These aren't fads. In fact, drink number 2 might surprise you. It tastes bitter, but that's why it works. And by the time we get to drink number 3, you may never look at milk the same way again. So stay with me, because what you drink before bed could be the secret to finally waking up with lower blood sugar, starting tonight. Drink number 1, cinnamon chamomile tea. Let me ask you something simple. Have you ever gone to bed feeling calm, but still woke up to a blood sugar reading that made your heart sink? If so, the problem might not be what you ate. It might be how your body handled stress while you slept. You see, when your stress hormone, cortisol, is too high at night, insulin cannot do its job properly. Even while you are asleep, your body can stay in a fight-or-flight state, and that sends signals to your liver, telling it to release more sugar into your blood. That's where this simple tea can quietly change the game. It is a gentle blend of 2 powerful ingredients: chamomile to calm your nervous system, and cinnamon to help improve insulin sensitivity. Chamomile has been used for thousands of years to support better sleep, but more recent studies show it can also help reduce nighttime blood sugar by lowering inflammation and relaxing the brain. And cinnamon. Cinnamon, especially Ceylon cinnamon, has been shown to reduce insulin resistance and slow the rate at which carbohydrates are broken down. That means less sugar in your blood and more control for your body. But here's why this drink matters. It works while you are sleeping. Now let's talk about how to make it. Boil 1 cup of water, steep 1 chamomile tea bag, or 1 tablespoon of dried chamomile flowers. Then stir in 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. If you prefer, add a few drops of natural vanilla extract or a small slice of lemon. Let it cool slightly. Sip slowly about 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. Now picture this. You are winding down. The house is quiet. You hold a warm mug in your hands. The scent of cinnamon rises with the steam. You take a sip. The sweetness is subtle, comforting, and as your breath slows, your body relaxes, and your blood sugar follows. This is more than just a cozy nighttime habit. It is a science-backed strategy to support your body's healing while you sleep. Because sleep and blood sugar go hand in hand. When you sleep poorly, cortisol goes up. When cortisol goes up, insulin becomes weaker. And when insulin is weak, sugar stays stuck in your blood. But when you sleep better, deeper, calmer, everything starts to change. And this tea helps set the stage. In fact, many people who try this simple drink report better sleep, fewer nighttime bathroom trips, and more steady fasting numbers in the morning. Of course, no single drink works for everyone, which is why I want to show you the next one. Because drink number 2? It does not just calm the nervous system. It actively stabilizes your blood sugar, like a quiet guardian, working while you sleep. But be warned, it is not sweet. In fact, it is one of the most bitter drinks used in traditional medicine. And yet, that bitterness may be the very thing your body needs. Let's take a closer look. Drink number 2, fenugreek seed water. Sometimes the best solutions come from the most overlooked places. Fenugreek seeds, small, golden, and slightly bitter, have been trusted in ancient medicine for over 3,000 years. But now, modern science is finally uncovering their true power when it comes to managing diabetes. Here is what makes them special. Fenugreek seeds are rich in a natural fiber called galactomannan. This fiber does something remarkable. It slows down how fast your body absorbs carbohydrates. And that means sugar enters your bloodstream more slowly, giving your insulin a better chance to keep things in balance. But that's not all. Fenugreek also contains a rare plant compound called 4-hydroxyisoleucine. This little compound boosts your body's sensitivity to insulin. It helps your cells absorb sugar more effectively, especially during the night, when your liver may be releasing extra glucose into your blood. And the best part? This all happens quietly, while you sleep. Now let's go over how to make it. Take 1 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds, rinse them gently, then soak them in half a cup of water. Leave it overnight, for at least 8 hours. Right before bed, strain out the seeds and drink the water. You can warm it slightly, or drink it at room temperature. The taste? Yes, it is bitter. But in traditional medicine, bitterness is not a bad thing. It is often a sign of deep healing power. This simple drink forms a kind of shield inside your digestive system. It slows digestion, it balances sugar release, and it supports your pancreas, without adding any chemicals or calories. Now let's look at what science says. In one study published in the International Journal for Vitamin and Nutrition Research, people with type 2 diabetes who used fenugreek saw a meaningful drop in both fasting and after-meal blood sugar levels. In another study, soaked fenugreek seeds taken daily for 10 days led to noticeable improvements in insulin performance, especially overnight. That's powerful, and it is something you can make in under 1 minute a day using a handful of seeds that cost almost nothing. One of my patients once said, "Dr. Jonathan, I don't need a miracle. I just want to stop waking up with numbers that scare me." Fenugreek water helped him find that peace. But we are not finished yet. Because the third drink on this list? It might be the most comforting of all. Warm, golden, creamy. And if you've been told to avoid milk because of your blood sugar, this might change everything. Because when prepared the right way, milk does not just become safe, it becomes a natural anti-inflammatory remedy for high glucose, and a gentle protector while you sleep. Let me show you how. Drink number 3. Golden turmeric milk. For many people with diabetes, the idea of drinking milk, especially before bed, feels risky. Too much sugar, too many carbs, too much uncertainty. But what if there were a version of milk that not only avoided raising blood sugar, but actually helped lower it? That is exactly what happens when you combine plant-based milk with one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory spices in the world. This is golden turmeric milk, also known as golden milk. Let's talk about why it works. The key ingredient is turmeric, and inside turmeric is a compound called curcumin. Curcumin has been shown in multiple studies to improve insulin sensitivity, reduce inflammation, and even help protect the beta cells in your pancreas. But here is the trick. Curcumin is not absorbed well on its own. It needs a little help. That is where milk comes in, especially plant-based options like unsweetened almond or coconut milk. The healthy fats in these milks help your body absorb curcumin more effectively. And when you add just a pinch of black pepper, the absorption rate jumps even higher, up to 2,000%. So now you do not just have a calming bedtime drink, you have a natural anti-inflammatory shield, working inside your body while you sleep. Here is how to make it. Warm 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk in a small pot. Stir in 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Add 1 pinch of black pepper. For flavor, you can also add 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Heat gently for about 3 to 5 minutes, but do not let it boil. Drink it slowly about 20 to 30 minutes before bed. This drink is warm, comforting, and deeply therapeutic. It helps reduce inflammation in the joints and blood vessels. It calms the digestive system, and it gently supports insulin throughout the night. Many people notice the benefits after just a few nights. Better sleep, fewer nighttime glucose spikes, and a more stable fasting number in the morning. Golden turmeric milk is especially helpful if you often wake up feeling stiff, achy, or foggy, because all of those are signs that inflammation is quietly disrupting your system and your sugar balance. In ancient medicine, golden milk was used as a healing tonic for the night, and today, science backs up that wisdom. It is safe, it is gentle, and it gives your body the tools it needs to stay balanced, naturally. But don't take my word for it. Let me introduce you to someone who experienced this firsthand. A man who used to wake up in fear of his glucose readings, until one small nighttime habit quietly changed everything. Let me tell you about Henry. Henry is 67 years old. He lives in a quiet neighborhood just outside of Austin, Texas. He used to be a high school math teacher, calm, thoughtful, and disciplined. For years, Henry followed all the rules. He ate low-carb meals. He took daily walks. He avoided snacks after dinner. He even tracked his blood sugar every single morning. And still, each day began with a number that left him frustrated. 160, 170, sometimes even higher. He didn't understand why. He wasn't overeating. He wasn't skipping medication. He was doing everything right, and yet his fasting blood sugar kept fighting him. His doctor suggested adding insulin, but Henry wasn't ready for that. He said, "I want to know if there's another way, something natural, something I can do for myself." That's when he came across a short article online talking about nighttime drinks for blood sugar support. He was curious. He had never thought about what he drank before bed as something that could affect his glucose in the morning, so he tried it. He started with cinnamon chamomile tea, then added fenugreek seed water every other night. By the second week, he included golden turmeric milk on weekends, just to wind down more deeply. He made no other changes. Same diet, same walks, same bedtime. And then it happened. On the 11th day, his fasting number was 132. By the 14th morning, it was 114. No crashes, no headaches, just steady, quiet progress. Henry told me, "For the first time in years, I didn't feel defeated when I woke up. I felt hopeful." That is what these drinks gave him, not a miracle, but a new rhythm, a new kind of peace, and the quiet confidence that his body could work with him, not against him. Each of these three drinks works in a unique way, and the truth is, your body may respond better to one than another. So how do you choose? If you often feel tense, wired, or struggle to fall asleep, start with the cinnamon chamomile tea. It gently calms your nervous system, lowers cortisol, and allows insulin to do its job overnight. If your main issue is high fasting blood sugar, even when your meals are under control, try the fenugreek seed water. It's simple, powerful, and works deep in the digestive system. And if you also experience joint pain, stiffness, or morning fatigue, reach for the golden turmeric milk. Its anti-inflammatory power goes beyond blood sugar. It brings deep overnight recovery. No matter where you begin, the key is consistency. Pick one drink, use it for at least 5 nights in a row. Watch how your body responds. And remember, sometimes the quietest changes bring the biggest relief. Let me ask you something simple. Are you ready to wake up with better blood sugar tomorrow morning? Because you do not need to wait for your next doctor's visit. You do not need to buy a new supplement, and you do not need to be perfect. All you need is one quiet step. Tonight, pick one drink, just one. Maybe it is the warm cinnamon chamomile tea, maybe the bitter strength of fenugreek seed water, or maybe the creamy golden turmeric milk that calms you from the inside out. Prepare it. Drink it slowly, and let your body begin a new rhythm, one that works with you, not against you. Tomorrow morning, check your numbers, notice your mood, notice your energy. You may feel something different, not a miracle, but momentum. And if you do, I want you to share it. If you are going to try one of these drinks tonight, type the word yes in the comments. If not, type no, and let me know what is holding you back. Your journey does not need to be loud. It just needs to begin, and it can begin tonight with one simple cup.